Mob Psycho 100, Episode 6, Discord, to become one. Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? Famincho here. We're back at it once again with another video, different format here, doing another Mob Psycho 100 review, talking about Episode 6. I know I'm a little bit late. I had a work meeting earlier this morning, wasn't able to watch the episode, and I had a huge shift, really awful shift, I'm not even gonna lie. Got home around 11, had to eat, had to take a shower, watched the episode, dear God, this episode, and now here I am, recording it, Episode 6 of Mob Psycho 100. Absolutely fantastic. My favorite part about this episode, oh boy, was the reveal that Ritsu, Shigeo's brother, Mom's brother Ritsu, has psychic abilities. You see him toss this spoon and he doesn't realize what he's done, but the spoon is bent and all curled around, and then you see him walking home and he thinks it's a balloon at first, but no, it is Dimple. He found Dimple, and I was just blown away by this reveal. It was a fantastic way to finish off this episode. Super, super hype right there. My favorite part about the episode, I love it, and I love that they're continuing to shine light on this character of Ritsu. I love Ritsu as a character. He's like jealous of his brother, very envious in certain ways, but he respects his brother. He wants to protect his brother. I love that relationship that's going on there. I think it's super, super dynamic. Really, really cool. We're introduced to a couple of new characters in this episode, actually. One of them being Shinji. Now, this guy's a jerk. Like, he's just a straight up jerk. I believe he's the leader of the student council. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ritsu mentions that he wants the school to be cleaner. He wants to get rid of these bullies because some of them, or at least to his knowledge, are kind of pushing Shigeo around, pushing Mob around, kind of bullying him, and he doesn't want that anymore. He wants to protect his brother because his brother's not really a physical guy. He doesn't want to fight anybody, so he decides to tell the student council this, like, hey, like, can we somehow eliminate these bullies? And Shinji just takes it way too far and basically completely plans this idea to get Tenga out of school. Now, this guy's a complete delinquent, but he's kind of changed his ways a little bit. He's hanging out with the Body Development Club. He decides to, like, be a little more respectful. He shakes his hand, a really good moment there. But then when he returns to class, just in the nick of time, they planted all of those recorders in his desk and in his backpack and just like everywhere. It's all over the place. The whole class is a mess. And he was framed and he paid the price for that. And Shinji was responsible, and also Ritsu was responsible as well because he's trying to protect his brother. But I do believe that he realizes that that was a mistake that he made. He knows, because at the end of this episode, when he actually tosses that spoon, he's angry at himself, or at least that's how I took that situation. He's angry at himself. He's disappointed that he sunk that low and did that to Tenga, which he honestly didn't deserve that. Like, he's not that bad of a guy. He's just kind of a delinquent. So, yeah. Something else to kind of, I don't really know, was when when Shigeo was hanging out with Tomei, and Tomei, good lord, I love Tomei as a character. She's absolutely hilarious. She still wants to find, like, aliens or something. I'm not quite sure what her goal is with Mob, but they end up going on a date together to get ice cream. Just hilarity ensues. Like, there's so many little funny scenes here and there. When she's licking the ice cream, I was just, like, laughing out loud. And also when Masato is interviewing Shigeo and you see her ear, she's like, huh? Like, I love those little cuts there. Super, super funny. But then Shigeo, he spots this other Esper, and he's an adult psychic. And that's what he mentions. And he's, like, shrouded in purple, and he has, like, a purple hoodie, but there's just all darkness here. And I think I've seen this guy in the opening. I think he's there in the opening. Apparently he's very powerful, but I think he mentions that he's, like, foul or something. Like, something's wrong with him. Like, he's evil. And I think that he senses that, and I think he's kind of a little scared, I'm not going to lie. So that is something really interesting. I don't really know where that's going. Probably in the next episode. It does mention at the end of the episode that the two brothers were going to find themselves in trouble. So that's something really interesting to take note of there. Shinji, again, we got a little bit of development with him. His older brother is just like a complete jerk to him. He has, like, all these trash bags in his room. I'm not sure what that was. I didn't really understand that. Maybe I didn't, maybe I missed something. I'm not quite sure. That was kind of interesting, but his brother's a complete jerk, and I think that's kind of reflecting upon him, and he's kind of just, like, being a jerk for the sake of being a jerk, and just kind of, I don't know, like, he's angry at himself and his brother, so that's kind of interesting too. Not really, I don't really care about Shinji, to be honest. Like, I think he's just a jerk, and I don't really want to see any more of him, but maybe if they can somehow give him reasoning and figure out that character, then that would be really interesting as well. Another really funny moment, Reigen Arataka. This guy is my absolute favorite character in this series still, even though he doesn't get any scenes. Like, he's hardly even in the series anymore. But my god, this guy's hilarious. Like, I love every single scene with him. And especially when there's this seance and he's like, oh my gosh, he is like, this guy's dad is inside of his body, and he's like speaking of this stuff, trying to like go through these memories, and he ends up socking the guy in the jaw. Like, just absolutely hilarious, just so exaggerated. Again, Bones, I mentioned this in every single review, and I'm going to continue to do so because Studio Bones is doing God's work with this series. Like, the animation quality is just fantastic. And again, not much action in this episode. There really isn't. There's like 2 or 3 action scenes. Not even action, just like a scene where something happens, and it just looks so beautiful, especially 2 scenes to note. Actually, 3 scenes. One was that scene with Reigen Arataka when he's doing the seance. Great animation there, really hard lines. I really like seeing that. Looks really cool, kind of a little throwback to the actual manga series or the web comic. That's really cool. Paying tribute to one, I like that a lot. And then, of course, when we see Tome-chan, and her exaggerations are so hilarious. You see there's like space and stars behind her. She's looking for aliens or something. That's super, super funny. I love that kind of exaggerated art style that kind of comes with that character. That's really cool. And the best animation I've seen in this episode was when Tenga got to that classroom and everyone was accusing him of being a pervert. And there was all of these, like, it was crazy. And then I think she, I can't remember, it was like one of his childhood friends, she calls him gross. And then there's the letters, the characters coming at him, and it like pierces him in the chest, and he falls back, and it just looks fantastic. Studio Bones. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, another fantastic episode. I'm trying to kind of just keep this review a little quick because I am a little late and I just want to upload this thing already. But I absolutely loved this episode. I'm going to give it a solid 8.5. Again, a little bit slower than the previous episodes. Definitely a little slower than the last episode. But there's a lot happening and there's a lot of questions that need answers. What is going to happen? What is going to happen with Ritsu? He has psychic abilities now. What does that mean? How strong are those abilities? What is he going to end up doing with Dimple? Like, whoa. I'm so excited to see the next episode next week. So, fantastic. I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this episode of Mob Psycho 100. Let me know what you think of Ritsu having these psychic abilities. And let me know what you think of Shinji as a character. I mean, he's a complete jerk, right? Right? Like, can you forgive this guy for doing that to Tenga? Tenga's cool. He's lovable, right? Anyway, comment below and let me know. Please be sure to hit that like button. I really appreciate it. It helps me know that I can keep doing these reviews. And also, please be sure to subscribe for weekly Mob Psycho 100 reviews. I try to get them out as soon as possible. This week was just not my friend, unfortunately. I'm sorry about that. But again, I try to get them out as soon as possible every single Monday morning when the episode airs. So yeah, and also I do other anime-related videos, gaming videos, and everything in between. You can also follow me on Twitter at FuMenShow1. That's where I kind of post stuff regarding this channel, why I can't get videos up at certain times, or when I'm going to be getting videos up. And also, you can get in touch with me if you have any video suggestions, any questions about Mob Psycho, or anything like that. So yeah, follow me at FuMenShow1 and other social media stuff down in the description below. Anyway, I'm going to go to bed now, or actually I'm going to edit this video, and then I'm going to go to bed. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.